Knightsphere Origins. 5 prime worlds, each corresponding to one of the unbound entities that created them, serve as the foundation for countless variations of past, present, and future. Each world boasts a myriad of distinct realms and planes of existence, some teeming with life and light, others shrouded in death and darkness. Yet every world shares one common thread, an etheric realm, also known as the realm of magic or souls. These realms intersect at certain junctions in time and space, giving birth to the mysterious etheric crossroads, a phenomena found within every world. It may manifest itself as a fixed location, activated only during specific hours or seasons, or a mere blip within warped space. Chapter 9. The Lament of Worlds Beneath the Umbral Cloak of Infinity. The multiverse sprawled, an endless tapestry woven with the threads of existence. Each strand a story, each fiber a fable. They stretched and twisted through the fabric of reality, creating a vast quilt of realms that defied the confines of imagination. Shadows nestled between the seams of worlds, harboring enigmas untold. Light pirouetted across the spectrum of creation, casting incandescent arcs through the cosmic dance of chaos and order. Boundless, I murmured to myself, my voice an infinitesimal whisper against the grandeur of the multiversal expanse, a crucible of ceaseless genesis. Every world was trapped in an endless cycle of mechanical rotations, with massive devices appearing to ensnare each one. The expansive chamber containing the entire multiverse continuously recycled the deceased worlds and revived new ones, creating an unending loop of life and death for all its creations. From the top of the observatory, Asirin gazed through the circular glass roof at the endless expanse of darkness looming over him. The cards had fallen, and eerie whispers filled his project from the shadows. Asirin hesitated, knowing he had been promised more time, but struggling to accept the consequences of his own creation. Asirin gestured towards the magnificent mechanical oak at the center of the observatory, declaring, "Your power lies within the heart of the worlds. Go and claim it." With a lowered head, Asirin spoke softly. "Please forgive me, my children."
In the 18th month we marked the date. A death afflicted a man's tragic fate to fall in voids between. I pause to allow you to think what I mean. I stand at the precipice, unable to pretend. I am an observer, few know what I portend. The month is July, and thoughts I pen, an ageless hag of time. The story begins again. Chapter 1. Under Silver Sky. Under silver sky, our dreams unfold, but reality whispers, chilling and cold. Snow falls, pity of dying stars. In this ethereal realm, our hearts endure scars. Shadowed dreams in the moonlight glow, loneliness consumes, sadness it shows. Good is gone, people decay. Under the tears of human ego we lay. Under the shadows where I lay, lost in my thoughts, feeling astray. Dream, rats lie. Finality a mirage, in this world built on nothing but sabotage. Shadowed dreams in the moonlight glow, loneliness consumes, sadness it shows. Good is gone, people decay, under the tears of human ego we lay. Buried beneath the weight of despair, searching for solace, gasping for sweet air. Something buried began to glow, hope resurrected starting to show. Ethereal shadows dancing at night, whispers of solace filling my sight. In this journey of sadness and woe, loneliness fades, yet it never let go. Shadowed dreams in the moonlight glow, loneliness consumes, sadness it shows. Good is gone, people decay, under the tears of human ego we lay. Through the struggles, healing takes its place, finding strength within, a saving grace. Shadowed dreams transform into light, sadness and loneliness fade in the night. Dragosia rises, in battles of blood this day. A knight wished there were another way by pond in the dark, holding her till she fade. in a world of nights where evil is obeyed. They call me Sir Vedris, only I know where this end. In a world unable to pretend. The violence poisons us all and we weep. I climb. But the ascent is steep. She bleeds in my arms, taking her last breath. Her love lives in me, this is not her death. Suave Myri. A dimly lit tent on the outskirts, Roar shed, a small hamlet on the Dragosian Empire border. Eras are meaningless, time does not pass. History repeats, we sit in houses of glass. In man's world nothing is built to last. Ages come and ages are past. In dreams I've seen extinguished lights. Wrongs committed men accept different rights. Ideologies are a disease, bringing the world to its knees. As in every era come and done. Battles are fought and the dead have won. In Thyalis we make our home. Men of blood kingdoms built on the bone. As I write this on parchment, I recount the last 20 years. Through these experiences view a heretic's tears. We are spectators, one and all. Two high ruling men, but all kingdoms fall. The foreboding black structure stood tall beneath a sky shrouded in a swirling smoky gray, tainted by a relentless downpour of sinister ashen rain. As the lone figure forged ahead, the ash-laden desert path stretched endlessly, with tiny particles of gray sand flicking up and clinging to his protective leg armor. He was a weary traveler from the distant and fabled land of Kastim's Dragosia, embarking on a treacherous journey across the desolate, ash-covered lands of Thalis. As he arrived at the spired city, now a mere shadow of its former self, he extended his right unarmored arm, the rich hue of his skin contrasting with the gleaming Cilician silver gauntlet that resounded with a resounding clank against the door as he knocked. Standing in silence, the gladiator was overcome by an unsettling chill as he beheld the once vibrant town, now enshrouded in an unsettling stillness. With an otherworldly hiss, the door groaned open, and an ethereal mist seeped out like tendrils of smoke, causing him to catch a glimpse of what appeared to be blood oozing from beneath the door. Calmly, he pushed open the imposing black marble doors, only to find a figure slumped behind it, their life force draining away as they collapsed at his feet. His desiccated corpse was clutching flowers and a toy. As I ventured into the heart of Darkspire, wisps of smoke rose from the scorched earth, creating an otherworldly scene. The ethereal smoke danced and twisted, coalescing into ghostly human forms that faded as quickly as they appeared. Amidst this haunting display, I caught a glimpse of a faint blood trail, a grim reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded in this accursed place. My faded red scarf clung to my neck, despite the strong wind. As the sun set behind Darkspire's mountains, a smoky breeze swept through the clearing where I stood, observing two ghostly children playing with sticks. In the fading light, the scene took on a haunting quality, and the illusion shifted to reveal a guard and what seemed to be my target. A stunning woman with 6 armed individuals, who I suspected might be bandits. The ceiling of the first floor of Darkspire is marked by a series of openings and gaps that allow sunlight to penetrate into the interior space, creating an intriguing interplay of light and shadow. As the men entered the room, they introduced themselves one by one, with Thomas causing the guard to laugh with his charming wit. They presented lavish riches and gifts to Thomas, causing Melval to smile in appreciation. Suddenly, the scene changed as the fog outside violently swirled, and there was no doubt that the tainted ether was exerting its powerful influence in that place. The scent of the fog invaded my nostrils and mouth, causing me to gag. My eyes were inundated with blinding light and smoke until finally It felt as though I was no longer present in my own body. As I faded away, I couldn't help but think one last time about the powerful grip of friendship. It had already taken Thomas, and now it seemed determined to take me too. Chapter 1, Darkspire. As the blinding silver sun pierced through the darkness, I awoke to find myself in the midst of a vast grey-sanded desert, a place I had never seen before. Despite the unfamiliarity of my surroundings, a voice inside me insisted that I had charted this course 6 months prior. I gazed at my hands only to find that they seemed foreign to me, as if invisible pressure had distorted their appearance. My delicate fingernails, painted in a striking shade of crimson red, caught my eye, triggering a vivid memory of the matriarchy sending Templars to pursue me and my fellow sisters for daring to question the Great Weave. Here I stood, accompanied by 6 mercenaries, embarking on an enigmatic journey filled with uncertainty and danger. I was a man who came with a specific purpose, but my memories elude me. Instead, the name I recall is Melval. I believe that's my name. I think the man sitting opposite the left side of my bed in the tent is called. I see a vision of a crystal in my mind and remember Vedris, or at least I think I do. Then I remember how we ended up here. I wanted to go back home to Hask, but the matriarch said that my connection to the accursed ether realm meant that my place was as a soldier. I had led a failed coup, but I eventually attained freedom. The memories fade as Vedris smiles, removing the silk sheets. My slender and defined form wasn't without its blemishes, a scar on my stomach from when I lost my child. As much as I try to smile back, the memories continue to have a powerful hold over me. I was born into a family that I loved, though they rejected the idea of fate, believing it to be evil. At the age of 10, the matriarchy took me away and trained me in magic, after a terrible incident where I unintentionally summoned an imp that caused a fire, resulting in the tragic death of my elder brother. My family seemed relieved that I was no longer with them. As I absent-mindedly brushed my hand across Vedri's hairy, muscular chest, a surge of affection stirred within me. Leaning in to kiss him, I felt his response as he tenderly caressed my left cheek. In that rare moment of bliss, our connection felt deeper than ever before. However, our intimate moment was abruptly interrupted by an unexpected visitor. Vedri's expression turned to annoyance as he swiftly turned to face the tent flap, where a pale man named Lloyd stood, bowing as a gesture of respect. Despite not being born into the war band, Lloyd was a trusted member of the Botusk clan, one of the 40 scouting parties serving the Jacon tribes. "Targets in sight, but time's ticking," he muttered nervously. Vedri shot back, "7th day?" asking more to himself than to anyone else. Lloyd, with his disheveled beard glinting in the silver sunlight from outside, said, "Ash rains are already starting to form the clouds, my Hartok." I recall that Hartok was the equivalent of a brigade captain and was highly regarded by any male member of the Jacon warband. The ash rain corrupts the ground, giving birth to demons from Nakos. We called it the ether, and as its grip on my memory weakened, I slowly awoke.